From asteroid impacts to massive volcanic eruptions, Earth has faced several near-total wipeouts of life. As we uncover the secrets of these ancient catastrophes, we're finding disturbing similarities to changes happening on our planet today. About 252 million years ago, Earth experienced its biggest extinction event ever, the Permian extinction. This wasn't just any bad day, it was so devastating that scientists call it the Great Dying. Imagine losing 95% of all species in the oceans and 70% of land animals. That's like wiping out nearly everything alive. The main suspect: massive volcanic eruptions in what's now Siberia. These volcanoes pumped out enough lava to cover an area bigger than modern-day Europe. But it wasn't just the lava. These eruptions released huge amounts of greenhouse gases, making Earth's oceans acidic and the climate impossibly hot. The temperature rose so much that even insects struggled to survive. For millions of years after, Earth was like a reset planet, with most of its previous life forms gone. Let's rewind to that fateful day, 66 million years ago, when a massive space rock changed Earth forever. The asteroid, about 6 miles wide, slammed into what's now the Gulf of Mexico with the force of 10 billion nuclear bombs. Within seconds, the impact created a crater 93 miles wide and sent burning rocks flying across the sky. The collision released so much energy that it vaporized rock and sent a massive dust cloud into the atmosphere. In the hours that followed, these hot particles rained back down, heating the air so much that forests worldwide caught fire. The dust and soot blocked out the sun, creating what scientists call an impact winter. Plants couldn't make food through photosynthesis, and the food chain collapsed from the bottom up. This is why the dinosaurs, who had ruled Earth for 165 million years, met their end, along with 75% of all species. Volcanoes might not seem as dramatic as asteroids, but they've actually caused some of Earth's worst extinctions. The Deccan traps in ancient India show us just how deadly they can be. These weren't your typical volcanoes. They erupted for nearly 1 million years, covering an area larger than Texas with lava. But the real killer wasn't the lava. It was what these volcanoes pumped into the air. They released massive amounts of carbon dioxide and sulfur, turning rain into acid and making the oceans more acidic. The gases acted like a blanket, trapping heat and causing extreme global warming. Even more surprising, these eruptions were happening at the same time as the dinosaur-killing asteroid. It's like Earth was hit with a double whammy. Imagine dealing with both a worldwide heat wave and nuclear winter at the same time. Recent studies suggest these volcanoes might have already pushed many species to the edge before the asteroid delivered the final blow. Here's something that might surprise you. Oxygen, the gas we need to live, was actually Earth's first major killer. About 2.4 billion years ago, tiny bacteria called cyanobacteria started producing oxygen through photosynthesis. Back then, most life on Earth couldn't handle oxygen. It was like poison to them. As these bacteria kept pumping out more oxygen, it slowly filled the oceans and atmosphere. This change was like turning Earth into a completely different planet. Most of the existing life forms, which had evolved to live without oxygen, died off. The few that survived either hid in places without oxygen or developed new ways to deal with it. This massive change in Earth's atmosphere eventually made way for all the oxygen-breathing life we see today. It just goes to show that one species' waste product can completely reshape life on an entire planet. Today's extinction rates are ringing alarm bells in the scientific community. Species are vanishing 100 to 1,000 times faster than they would naturally. Here's what that means. We're losing around 150 species every day. That's like losing an entire zoo's worth of different animals and plants before you go to bed tonight. The main causes? Humans are changing Earth's landscapes through deforestation, pollution, and climate change. We've already lost 60% of wild animal populations since 1970. The ocean tells a similar story. Coral reefs are dying, and many fish species are disappearing due to overfishing and warming waters. Scientists warn that if we continue at this pace, we could trigger Earth's 6th mass extinction. But unlike previous extinctions, this one would be largely our doing. Let's talk about climate tipping points. Those critical moments when small changes can trigger huge, unstoppable shifts in Earth's systems. Think of it like a game of Jenga. Pull out too many pieces and the whole tower comes crashing down. Today we're seeing warning signs in several places. The Amazon rainforest is losing trees faster than they can grow back. Arctic ice is melting at record speeds, and ancient frozen ground is thawing out. These changes release even more greenhouse gases, creating a dangerous cycle that speeds up global warming. Scientists have identified about 15 major tipping points in Earth's climate system. We've already pushed some of these systems close to their breaking point. The scary part? Once we cross these boundaries, the changes might be impossible to reverse. Let's explore one of Earth's most powerful natural forces: supervolcanoes. These massive volcanic systems make regular volcanoes look tiny in comparison. Take Yellowstone, for example. Its underground magma chamber is bigger than New York City. When a supervolcano erupts, it doesn't just create a mountain of lava. It can blast enough ash into the sky to cover entire continents. The last time Yellowstone erupted, it covered most of North America in ash several feet deep. Today, scientists keep a close watch on several supervolcanoes around the world, including ones in Italy, New Zealand, and Indonesia. While these giants are currently sleeping, their future eruptions could temporarily cool Earth's climate by blocking sunlight with ash clouds, leading to crop failures and food shortages worldwide. Space isn't just a peaceful sea of stars. It's filled with objects that could pose serious dangers to Earth. Today, scientists are working hard to spot and track any asteroids that might come too close for comfort. NASA's Planetary Defense Team uses powerful telescopes to scan the skies, looking for what they call near-Earth objects. They've already found over 95% of the biggest asteroids, the ones over a kilometer wide that could cause worldwide damage. The good news is that none of these known giants are on a collision course with Earth, but there are still many smaller asteroids out there that could cause serious regional damage. That's why scientists are developing ways to change an asteroid's path if it ever heads straight for us. After each mass extinction, life found amazing ways to bounce back, though it wasn't quick. We're talking millions of years. Take the Great Dying. When life finally started recovering, the survivors had to adapt to a very different Earth. Small, hardy creatures like the pig-sized Lystrosaurus became surprisingly common, making up about 90% of land animals at one point. These tough survivors became the ancestors of many species we see today. The recovery periods actually led to some incredible developments. After the dinosaurs died out, mammals got their big break and evolved into countless new forms. Even the Great Oxidation Event, which was deadly for most ancient bacteria, paved the way for more complex life forms. Each recovery shows us that life is remarkably tough and adaptable, even if the path to recovery isn't straight or quick. Unlike past extinctions that Earth couldn't prevent, we actually have the power to stop the next one. The solutions start with cutting greenhouse gas emissions through clean energy and better transportation. Protecting habitats is equally important. We need to save rainforests, coral reefs, and other species-rich areas. Smart farming can help too, using less land while growing more food. Ocean protection is crucial. Creating marine reserves and reducing plastic pollution gives sea life a fighting chance. Scientists are also working on high-tech solutions like seed banks that preserve plant species and advanced breeding programs for endangered animals. But the most powerful tool is simply changing how we live, using fewer resources and thinking about our impact on nature. The good news is that when we act, nature bounces back pretty quickly. We've seen endangered species recover and ecosystems heal when given the chance. Thanks for joining me on this journey through Earth's most dramatic moments. Understanding our planet's past helps us protect its future. If you enjoyed learning about these extinction events, hit like, subscribe, and share with your friends who love Earth science.